Go very slowly, okay? You have time to we make maybe more clear again, understanding, going slowly. So this teaching is called the stage of Mahamudra. Message for Gampo Takpa Dorje. And Choban Jigdin Songgon, he is sent to this instruction to another disciple. So in that time in Tibet, the faraway teacher and the student, and some reasons are think this Gambo Tapa Dorje is very far away somewhere. And then so he need a guide, and then Jigdin Songgon send the message this to him. That's teachings today I'm sharing with you. Okay, Sote. Sote means like it's auspicious word. In Tibet we say Tashi Delay. Also Sote is very similar. Then first Jigten Sunggon, he respect, bow down, pay homage to his guru. Say, I bow at the feet of a precious guru. Guru, who is the treasure of everything good and the essence of the exalted body. So the Jigten Sunggon, his guru is a Pamotropa. Pamotropa's guru is Gambopa. Gambopa guru is Malarepa. And so then go to Marpa, Losawa, Naropa, Telopa is all the way, like go up to Bodhavadyadara. And this lineage is called blessing lineage. So blessing lineage is more like for the focus for the meditation instructions and the Mahamudra. And then the Mahamudra realization is important to, Guru's blessing. So without a Guru blessing, it's actually not possible to realize in the Mahamudra. If someone has already very long accumulation merit, maybe previous lifetimes, or previous lifetimes you have a connection, then that is a different case. If someone don't have enough accumulation merit, previous life, not much connection, Dharma, previous life, then in this life, most important is Guru's blessing. So Guru blessing, then due to that, we can realize Mahamudra. So all these teachers, his story is follow through this teacher's devotion through the own Guru, and due to the devotion there receive the blessing and realize Mahamudra. So that's why the Jigten Songgon, he has very strong devotion to his Guru. And some his song of realizations, he mentioned like he night 3 times, day 3 times, never forget Guru. Always Guru is his mind. Then also Jigten Songgon, he heard the Pamotropa's name, and he really shocked his body and everything, and he make commitment himself going to see the Pamotropa and receive the teaching. So, and Jigten Songgon did so much hardship, and went all the way come Tibet to center Tibet through his feet. And then when he arrived in the Pamotropa's his monastery, so he homage to every single monks. And then he has so much devotion. Through that, he has all this instruction. Pamutropa's actually teaching, realization is through the Guru's blessing and due to Jigten Songgo's devotion. So he realized. And so that's why Jigten Songgo is sharing this teaching to his student, Gambo Trapa Dorje. Then first he homage to his Guru. So he recognized his Guru is the treasury of everything. And the essence of the exact body, speech, mind of Buddhas through the three terms. So he feels like his Guru is the same as like past Buddhas, present Buddhas, future Buddhas embodiment. And then he homage to Guru. Next is you are so this also his again. And you are a sublime being means like his Guru is a sublime being, is Pamutropa, with excellent accumulations. So he's seeing his Guru Pamutropa has so much accumulation merit. And I shared like many months ago, this Pamutropa, another called Karmapa, Tisomchenpa is first Karmapa, Sartong Shogun, another yogi. The three of them is called Kampas. And this three of is the Gambopa's students. And so three of them break the rules in the Gambopa monastery. And then the disciplinary fire three of them. Even they don't have time to pick up their, the luggage or, things. And the disciplinary says, right now you guys have to leave. They don't have time to see their own guru. So then they left the monastery. So early morning, Gambopa recognized something is wrong in the monastery. So then Gambopa told his attending, look what's going on in the temple monastery. So then his attending looked to the monastery. These three Kamba is living from the monastery. And then Gambopa went, followed them, chasing them, and asked them to come back. So Gambopa told them, three of you and me, we have sought aspiration together many, many years ago. And during the Buddha Shakyamuni time. So you three cannot leave from the monastery. He asked them to come back. They have very beautiful song of realizations. So another way, Pamutropa is very high realizer. Pamutropa also teaching his guru another way. He say, I am actually realizing more than you, but I have to, you are my guru. The reason is I didn't know some small things, something happened for him. So that means like Pamutropa has realized, but another reason he need a teacher. So his, I think, some meditation, I don't remember exactly, could be Vipassana or Shamatha, some level. He couldn't understand one part, something. And then that's why he looked to Gambopa. And then Gambopa give him instructions. And he achievement, everything clarified. So he teaching his, Pamutropa teaching Gambopa, actually I have more realization than you, but anyway, you are my guru already. Okay, so they have a beautiful stories that these yogis between. And Jigten Songgon, so the point, his guru is Pamutropa. And Pamutropa, he right now he is here homage to Pamutropa and his supplication praise to his guru. You are sublime being with excellent accumulation. Initiated into the teachings of the sage, you know will all the fruits of samsara is joy as a being like how to say, poison as plant or poison as plant, I see. I see. So Pamotropa has you know, see the Pamotropa, he has very and strong, I think, renunciation to samsara, because he sees samsara is the same as the poison. Samsara actually pleasure, joy is he's seeing same as the poisons. So then due to that, and Pamotropa is become, give up the samsara and he follow the spiritual path. So then as your karmic imprint for devotion walk, you filled endless knot of your heart to the brain with the solemn Eleza, right? Eleza, like teachings of the Buddhas. Okay, so Pamotropa is become follow the spiritual path and monastic, and he has very strong and devotion, and his karma is ripening, and that's why he's seeing, his Gambopa is guru and receive the Dharma teachings from Gambopa, and all this teaching he practice and realize. Then he Pamotropas become, benefit his own and benefit for others. Benefit his own means he is achievement realized, enlightened, and he benefit others. So he benefit many others. He has so many students. So that's Jigten Sunggung praise to Pamotropa. Then Pamotropa he has so much practice through he realized for the benefit of both yourself and others. You need to practice your mind, focus on Sublime One. So still Jigten Sunggung supplicating again and also praise to Pamotropa. Is you have faith in the exact body, speech, mind of the precious Guru. And the Nirmanakaya protector of the world, untainted by a house of words and conceptual fabrication. You have not gone to the mark place for milk. It's hard to read. It's poetry. So the point is, this thing also still Jigten Sunggung press to Pamotropa. And Jigten Sunggung, he also, like homage to through his body, speech, mind to precious his Guru. And also he's take refuge to his Guru. So the Nirmanakaya protector of the world. So Pamotropa is a Nirmanakaya form. And Nirmanakaya means like who take the, form body, take birth, and we can see, receive teaching directly from that teacher. And so Nirmanakaya protector of the world. untrained by horse words and conceptual fabrications. Then the the Pamotropa's teaching, Jigten Songgo received teaching from Pamotropa. Pamotropa's teaching less words and essence as main point to for the practice. So that's why also words and the conceptual fabrication. So not so much words explained, but whatever he share is directly, hit to the practitioners or understanding. You have not going to the market place for milk. So means like market milk is fake, like so much put in the water already, not really have much essence. And so when you get milk directly from cows or ewes, whatever, first one, and the same like that, Pamotropa teaching is more essence, authentic, and not fake. Okay, less words. So then so then he received teaching all this from Pamotropa. Pamotropa, instruction to Jigten Sunggon. So Jigten Sunggon know he going to sharing to his disciple. When it comes time to practice, so when ready to then practice, the foundation of the teaching of the Buddha throughout the three terms as the higher training in discipline conduct. So now the going to practice Mahamudra, we have to follow by all these stages, step by step. So this is a follow, this teaching is the three terms Buddha, all sharing, same, because the shared stages first. So then first, important, the teaching is Jigten Songgo is sharing is impermanent. So that's why he says, if you do not guide your disciplined conduct.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think you skipped a line.
Which one? Oh, I see. When longing. Sorry. Thank you. So when longing for the oral instruction of a sublime being, first recollect, I see. When the longing for the oral instruction of a sublime being. So first recollect death and impermanence and meditate on this with great sincerity. So the important, first teaching or practice we have to cultivate is impermanent meditation. So if we don't cultivate impermanent, then the practice of Dharma is very shallow. And also the practice of Dharma is followed by in the world level because something benefit thinking about in this life. So not really thinking about future life, no focus for or truly wanting liberation. So still we are attached to in the samsara, we don't knowing death of impermanent. So Jigten Songgo sharing here is most important. Starting Dharma practice, we have to cultivate impermanent. impermanent, cultivation is not only one time. So the point is we have to cultivate impermanent every single day. So impermanent is the same as like, sun rising and the sunset. So we have a birth, we have a death. And no one free from, long as we have a birth, no one free from death. So long as we have a sunrise, then sunset is like always there. So then that's same, like when we have a birth, we're going to die. And we think about death again and again. And then no attached to in this life. Not thinking much in this life is important. So we're seeking like enlightenment, liberation. And long as we have that, aspiration or like strong renunciation arising from our mind, then whatever we do, activity, dharma is go to a long right path. So otherwise, we don't cultivate impermanent, the attached to in this life. So practice dharma also something, benefit thinking about only in this life. So something benefit only thinking about in this life, that cannot take to liberation. So if something like we thinking about the benefit in this life, but that is also not negative, nothing wrong, but someone, only thinking about in this life. I mean, someone like really wanted to liberation, then that is obstacle. So in this, right now we're going to sharing the Mahamudra is the focus. Goal is enlightenment, not to benefit something in this life. In the within samsara, okay? So we can, of course, some practice really benefit in this life. Remove our this life obstacles, and during our own life is like more peaceful, joy, maybe happy, and that's also some practice bring in this life. But that practice not going to reach to enlightenment. So that's why here Jigten Songgon sharing to this instructions to his disciple. His disciple is looking to liberation, enlightenment, not looking to benefit something in this life. So long as we are attached to in this life, then no possible to liberation. So then how do we give up attachment in this life? So the best is cultivate impermanent, especially the cultivating impermanent death. So we really cultivating impermanent death, then we really see, recognize, and nothing is important, whatever we have in this worldly samsara right now. So when we die, so we cannot take anything with us, right? When we take the birth, we have a precious body that come together. But when we die, even we cannot take our own body with us. And so that's why, cultivate impermanent is reduce attachment. And reduce attachment also then become reduce our suffering. Because suffering is attachment. Causes of suffering is attachment. And due to our ignorance, we don't recognize that. We looks like, attachment bring more happiness. Actually, who knowing this impermanent, true reality, they see clearly attachment is obstacle to the liberation. Attachment is not same as anger. Like anger is, the same is like fire holding in our hand. Is so much suffering. Anger arises. So anger is a true our enemy, our own happiness directly. Attachment, we don't see that. Attachment, like sometimes we fear is our, enjoyment, pleasure, and causes of happy. But actually, attachment is obstacle to the enlightenment, liberation, because due to, attachment, we cannot liberate ourselves. So that's why, samsara or this, we think is something, causes of happiness, actually is causes of suffering become. We not knowing that because due to our ignorance. And then this realizes the looking happiness, true is goal is enlightenment, not a temporary happiness. So temporary happiness sometimes come from the attachment. We all, attached to our family, loved ones, but they bring temporary happiness. But then that is actually obstacle to liberation. Who is attached to our own family, loved ones, that person, no one can liberate. So we cannot see anyone liberate, attached to own family and liberate, and we cannot see anyone like that. Never happened before. So not going to happen future also, because the reason is attachment is obstacle to liberation. So then this technique meditation, impermanent death, is really remove our attachment from our mind and remove, I think, attachment love. So we truly we have, knowing this impermanent death of karma, I mean the death. So this impermanent we knows, and then arise unconditional love for our loved ones. So no, we all has love to our loved ones, family and friends. This all the love is dependent. So many is dependent love, conditional love. So we meditate impermanent, then arise unconditional love to our loved ones. So then unconditional love is really benefit to our loved ones, truly benefit to our loved ones. But we don't recognize that due to our ignorance. Because look to Buddha Shakyamuni, his story, and he loved his father, he loved his of course, like wife and the kids, everyone. But he see his love is attachment. And attachment love, he recognized not going to benefit for them, not going to benefit him. And that's why he create unconditional love for them. And unconditional love, then he can help them, and he can help others as long as they have unconditional love. So in the worldly level, some people, say Buddha, I don't know, he's a really kind person. Some people, many people tell me that I don't know, he's really kind people. He live like family, wife, kids. He just went to himself. So some people has that dropped. Actually, that's big misunderstand. Buddha has true love. He wanted to benefit them, and that's why he have to leave the home. And when he come back in the palace, also the king, his father, and all this country asked him to become king again. So Buddha said, I cannot be king here. I'm not belong to only one certain king. I'm belong to for every single beings. I want to have for everyone's, not only one country. So he told them, I cannot stay here only helping you guys. And I want to have every single beings. He told them, my love is everyone, economically. And so that all love is cause is actually, meditate impermanent. If we don't have impermanent meditation, knowing is death, is this not really in coming to our mind and heart, then all the practice dharma also not going to right path. So the point is somewhere so like we get attached to again, and then attachment is obstacle for practice dharma. So that's the reason is the main point is here. Every single day, if we can always cultivate impermanence, and especially also always think about our death. So we look to our own, situation ourselves. And Buddha already told like that we are our own protection. No one really truly can protect us. So we are our own protection. So we have to create our own liberation. And then we look to ourselves, how many years already gone, and we don't know how long we can stay again, right? And think that again and again, and then arise very strong effort, wanted to practice the Dharma. And then that effort wanted to practice the Dharma is pure intention become. So that's why here Jigten Sunggu mentioned very clearly, first recollect the death and impermanence. And meditate on this with great sincerity. If this teaching does not take root in your mind, means like if we don't cultivate impermanence and meditate death, then even if you are regarded as an excellent and the sublime being, so we think I am sublime being, sublime person means Dharma practitioner, I'm good Dharma practitioner, but still not really Dharma practitioner. Because we can be easily, the attachment arise. And then we know we don't have any solution for that again, then become obstacle to practice Dharma. So that's why here very clearly Jigten Sunggu say, even if you are regarded as an excellent and a sublime being, in truth, you will only be focused on this world, see? So our practice is only focused in this world become. So we are become like want to something, achievement, good things happening only in this life. So only thinking about that, then not possible to liberation. So the first step, of course, like something, good things happen, focusing in this life is okay. But then in this case, this teaching is Mahamudra. The Mahamudra teaching is not the goal is something benefit in this life. in this, during this our lifetime. So Mahamudra meditation practice goal is achievement, enlightenment, one lifetime. If we don't cultivate impermanent, then not possible to arise this. So not possible to become, enlightened in one lifetime. And so on. So my Samlam San. So Samlam San is this. The San means in this is like spiritual sun. It's usually called the heart sun. Means like Dharma connection. Heart sun is the teachers calling the sun means heart sun. Who carry the the teachers Dharma and the practice, then that is a heart sun. Salam San, having utterly serve your conceptual fabrications as they related to this world. I ask you to make practice your main focus. So, so then Jitin Sunggung, the first instruction to his student, he asks meditate impermanent and remind again that death, through the mindful. So have to think every single day again and again. And then you have really good, knowing impermanent is death. Then you really love arise to our family and the parents, loved ones. So otherwise, our love is still limited, it's still bias, attachment, and not true love. Because it's always dependent on something love is. So then, so Jigten Sunggung sharing to him is cultivate impermanent and also Jigten the Tongjin Jigten the Manitin Tamazon. Okay, so this in within worldly or samsara is no any happy and joy there. So that's why my salams are having utterly serve your conceptual fabrication as the related to this world. Ask you to make practice your main focus is liberation. So then when it comes time to practice, the foundation of the teaching of all Buddhas throughout the 3 times in the higher training in discipline conduct. So teaching, this realized gurus sharing to students, they're always slightly sometimes different because individually they actually need some slightly different. And so here is like, Jigten Songgon, this is he receiving from his guru's instruction and his own experience and guiding to his, students. And also sometimes like each student need, like some special instruction for them. So special instruction means not high something teachings. Sometimes like very basic one don't know, even really high level teaching, but stuck with something basic, simple things. So that's why, this clarify all this, stages, like what they need. And Jigten Songgon here sharing to this, his disciple first thing about permanent meditation. Second important is conduct. So conduct is, avoid non-virtuous deeds and cultivate virtuous deeds. So non-virtuous, result is become, we take birth to in the lower realms. If we take birth to lower realms, then no opportunity or ability to practice Dharma. So that's why, Jigten Sunggu telling him and be good conduct. So conduct is most important is no harming for other beings. So cultivate peace, harmony for every single beings. So that's the conduct. And this conduct, as long as we have good conduct, and then that helps become meditation. Meditation helps become wisdom. So they all the link each other, We cannot say like this is important, this is not important. So this connected to each other. I share you one short story. So Buddha Shakyamuni, he enlightened after, and one king he organized, like he organized debating. The king didn't have good intention. He, want to make Buddha is become, no realized teacher or like wisdom teacher. The king, he losing powers because mostly for the kingdom, the people respect to Buddha. So he jealousy. And his jealousy, and he then the idea he make Buddha is very bad. So that's the reason he asked Buddha, can you debating with and Ramses. Ramses is like kind of another what is called Ramses. Burmans. Burmans, like some Burman, very education person, they invited. Very famous, like kind of the philosopher. They invited. Asked him to make debate with Buddha, and you are winner. We make you very powerful, or like give you something like special power. So then they invited the Burman philosopher and then Buddha discussion, debating together. So Buddha asked question to the Burman, and what is important in the Burma? Burman, the Burman, the lineage, religion. Your important is your caste system or caste, right? Caste. Your caste is most important, or your quality is more important. So Buddha asked him questions. So he is true, the person is true. He said, most important is quality. The reason is his brother has all this caste system, everything is perfect, but he don't have a morality, conduct. That's why no one respect him. He told that, and then Buddha told him morality is important. Okay, so then second is which is important. He says meditation is important. Then Buddha told him, correct. So how to you going to this measurable, like the economity, conduct, meditation, wisdom, achievement. So then he'd say he don't know how to do these things, and he just follow the books, and he don't have any experience. Then he say, I cannot explain you, I can't debate with you. Then he brought down to Buddha and asked him, please help. He told in the front of the king, he's ignorant because due to his ego. And he think he knows, but no front of Buddha Shakyamuni, I recognize I didn't know anything. So the Buddha shared this, what Buddha shares? Conduct is important. Without good conduct, meditation is not possible. So good conduct is give good opportunity to practice meditate. And then meditation is become causes of wisdom. So meditate and then wisdom arise. So that's the Buddha sharing, So here also, Jitin Sunggu, first important, of course, impermanent, and we, need renunciation to samsara, want to liberation. So that's, we have to strong arise in our heart. And then same time, like, follow this good conduct. So good conduct is which is virtues in the beginning, middle, and end. Should be guided like your every own life and eyes. So our life is like guide ourselves. So same as our eye, we're protecting our eye. And the same, we guide our life is, like very own life and eyes. Take care our life. Even though guiding, displaying, conduct result in attaining the state of gods and humans. So we have good conduct, but that's also kind of liberation. So good conduct helps not going to take birth to harems and hungry gods, animal rams, and free from that state. So good conduct reach to these gods realms, human being realms, humans. So these are within samsara. So still in samsara. Then this we also have to know, we have good conduct, previous life. So that's why right now we take birth to human beings. And we have this good opportunity to discussion Dharma. So no, the previous life helps us right now. We are human being, good life like this. But then also we have to think about the future life. If we don't take care of our conduct, and we're going to fall down again, falling to lower realms. So that's why we have to maintain our good conduct. And then good conduct. So this also not only this it can be liberation. That's why. So if you do, these are still within samsara, the ocean of suffering, still suffering. If you do not recognize the samsara as a suffering, we don't know samsara is a suffering. The wish to abandon it will never arise, never ever arise liberation in our mind. So that's we really recognize it. We see clearly so many human beings. So how many people want liberation? Very few. Especially who has good life, they don't thinking about the liberation. Where is the difficulty suffering? Then there people think, recognize samsara is a suffering and also want to liberate. That's why you think about where is the Dharma is really going to. Dharma is going to is more suffering places. So they see samsara is a suffering. They wanted to liberate. So in the human being who has a good life, that is called God's Ram. So God's Ram has, good life. They don't think about death. They don't think about the future life. Because due to temporary happiness, they're attached to that, then not thinking about future life. So that's why attachment is obstacle to liberation. So no, see, we have to think, recognize, samsara is a suffering. So then also, some in this world, some people has good life, but actually they're suffering, but they don't accept suffering. They don't want to hear truth. They don't want to know what is the truth, because due to ignoring and attachment. Someone really strong attached to their own body, they don't want to hear about impermanent. They don't want to hear about anything like your aging, old age or aging, right? Aging. So that kind of they don't want to hear. So that's why I see it's we have to recognize that samsara is a suffering, And then the wish to abandon it will never arise. So the goal is liberation. So give up admiration for samsara and accomplish liberation. Only thinking about liberation. Testing the level of the peace of liberation and the nirvana for yourself alone without thinking about others is the way of Shavakas and the Pachika Buddhas. So think about only liberation, nirvana, and only seeking our own benefit. So then that's also incorrect too. Alone without thinking about other is the way of samsara. So if we don't cultivate love, compassion, then that's also incorrect too. So that's why Jigten Songkun, guiding. What is first important? Recognize death impermanent. Then follow the good conduct. And then we have to really know death of samsara. The samsara is a suffering. Only wanted to liberate. But then liberation also not thinking about our own benefit, liberation. So we think about only our own liberation. Then same as Shavaka means like this lower vehicles called, some ahats, Shavaka, only thinking about their own liberation. They don't cultivate bodhicitta. So that's why Jigten Songkun, the main point is sharing is like we need cultivate a love compassion. So I request you to abandon this attitude of the lower vehicles. So the Jigten Songkun, ask his student, please cultivate love compassion. Don't only thinking about yourself, liberation. There's his students in the retreat. Okay, he's practice himself. So Jigten Songkun said, don't think only your own liberation. So cultivate love and compassion. If you don't cultivate love and compassion, then it's called lower way hackers. So without the love and the compassion, then cannot benefit others. They can liberate themselves, means they're free from suffering, but no benefiting others. So that's why, we have to cultivate the love and the compassion. That's why we have to know every single beings, our, loved ones, mothers used to already. So we cannot seeking our only own happiness. We have to some cultivate, wanted to help for others, wanted to help our mother sentient beings. So then generate spirit bodhicitta. So with thoughts of love and compassion for all sentient beings of the six realms. So see, Jigten Songkun hearing, like here is like he said, generate spirit bodhicitta. Generate spirit bodhicitta is, I want to liberate, free from my own suffering. Of course, that's also important. And I want to help, liberate, I want to help others. So these two have to come together. So that's why in many prayer boxes, like benefit to accomplishment. You know what means to accomplishment? True accomplishment means like our own benefit accomplishment, liberate ourselves and benefit others. These two we want to happen, that's called bodhicitta. So we have to know what difference bodhicitta and what differences, the bodhicitta with love and compassion. So love, compassion, other also other religion has love, compassion. Even, like Buddhist, like we say, lower Vihaka also has love, compassion too. But without bodhicitta, we cannot have like the immeasurable love, compassion. It's not possible. So that's why love is a cause, compassion is a result. Compassion is a cause, bodhicitta is a result. Love is we, cultivating or meditating. Every single being have happiness. We can have happiness. Compassion is we seeing all beings is used to our mother, and we can recognize samsara is a suffering, and we recognize all our mother is a suffering. Wishing them free from suffering is called compassion. So then we have to wishing every single being have happiness, every single being free from suffering. So then action is called bodhicitta. No, I have to liberate. Otherwise, I cannot have these beings, my mother's loved ones. So I have to liberate, and I wanted to have liberate these all beings. So that's called bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is like I want to liberate, my loved ones, all sentient beings. And so compassion, love, many, religions, tradition has. The bodhicitta, I want to liberate others. That's only Mahayana. So no any other has. So that's why bodhicitta is, different than other religions, and also even this Buddhist Hinayana tradition. Then we, long as we cultivate bodhicitta after having generate, so where is okay with the thoughts of love and the compassion for all sentient beings of the six realms. You see, we cultivate love, compassion with bodhicitta, and sincerely endeavor to practice the tenets of aspiration and engagement in bodhicitta. So this also, have to arise from the heart, and it's we just like practice. I mean, meditate love and compassion. So you really can feel, and your love like meditation. Happening like arising love is our heart. So that is actually more powerful than some engagement. So my if my understand is like meditation is more powerful, beneficial than some people say I wanted to have others doing activities, actions, but they can be lost again. So that's why this true love, if we wanted to cultivate, the meditation is very powerful. And sit down, and close eye, and followed by this like how to, love meditation stage is you cultivate that, and then your body is like give you like senses or feelings very arising, like strong senses within your body, and mind also like arise like very is I mean the like love is so something in your heart arising, and then body's action also like result is like tear also comes from your eye, and body's like senses like feel very strong, and then that means love is like arising from our mind and heart. So we have to create that often and often. It's actually of course, every person has love, and even the tigers, lions, this danger animal also they have love because they love their own kids or children. What we say, yeah, and but that love cannot be expanded because it's still like uh, attachment, love together, and that's why you cultivate, meditate is totally different. The like doing some actions, and then you meditate, you really transform your mind. Our minds become loving kind of mind arising. So that's why important is like sit down and cultivate, meditate. The followed by this love meditation, compassion meditation, and until you can feeling arising within yourself. So we create that ourselves, and then uh, really wanted to have our mothers, loved ones, and others. And then during this, meditate, you feels like our enemy also become changed, like perception is changed, like love arise to our usually not happy with someone. You meditate, like then you think about that person, it's become feeling is different. We have to create that, long as you have arised that, then love is then we know love meditations power or benefit experience. Otherwise we talk about the love, compassion, you hear more again, then one day you don't want to listen to this again and again, because the reason is we don't cultivate it, we don't practice, then you don't want to hear this again, or maybe you think, I hear these laws, I know this everything. So you hear these teachings again and you boring again. Do you understand? And that's why if you cultivate love, really meditate, you hear about the love. Is feeling is very strong connections. And only that words release our many like thoughts, emotion, negative feelings. And if you cultivate compassion, like someone said, compassion, the words hearing you is like really pleasant. And at the same time, your mind is really strong connecting. And that moment, you inner connections, and you also like feelings like arising your body senses. And then that means like you cultivating love. Then you hear love, compassion, you are happy, feeling joyful. You no get boring, okay? Do you understand? So otherwise, like that we call the chidek chikumotor means like who heard the Dharma teaching always, no cultivating, no meditating, and then Dharma cannot transform that person. Okay. And Mark method means like in this yogis like is nomads. So they use the in Tibet nomads examples. The the skin, skins or sheep skins, and the skin, then they put butter inside there. That time they don't have plastic, okay? So use the skin and the butter put inside there, and then skin kept the butter. Uh, days, years, monthly, okay? And so then the skin is become very tight. The butter cannot make soft. Butter can be with them like years, but the skin always tight. So then same, become you hearing Dharma all the time again. If we don't cultivate no meditative practice, then Dharma cannot transform. Do you understand? So that's why another level very important to read the books. We have to read the books. But another level, read too much book also not that great too. So then you really don't know what you're going to really practice. So many informations, right? And You read another book that tell you another things. You read another book that tell you another things. So then you cannot really bring practice anything. And then you read again, then just reading. Then one day, this authentic teachings also when you read, no feelings. So that's why in this teaching, Jigten Sunggung, very short instruction, but he bring everything like here in the within this short instruction stages. So this realizes that don't read so many books. Actually, we receive teachings more than I think Jigten Sunggung. If I comparing one lifetime, Jigten Sunggung only he be with like his teacher 4 months. So I don't know the previous life, it's only thinking about one lifetime, only one life. I receive more teaching than Jigten Sunggung, I can say. I have more teacher than Jigten Sunggung. So we not only me, we all have like that way, because we are traveling more than him, of course. Maybe I say I know more people than him, right? But we have so many instructions and like things, but we don't really use. Do you understand? Yeah, we do that, right? We don't use. If we really put effort into practice, like knowing impermanent, death, and then fear is different. And you cultivate this morning when you wake up impermanent of death. So whole day, our, this is samsaric things not really distracting. Worldly things not distracting. Because we have so much distraction is we attach to it, this worldly level. Worldly things. That's why so much distraction. And so then the mind is become naturally follow conduct and naturally follow love and kind. And then bodhicitta is there naturally because wanted to liberate, recognize, see clearly nothing essence in this worldly level. So then also you can take care very easy in this worldly level, worldly activity. Why so complicated in this worldly things? Because we so strong fixation attached to. That's why so complicated. And someone not fixation, not attached to in this worldly level, they're so easy to take care in these worldly things. Someone knows impermanent of death. They're not telling, don't take shower, don't eat breakfast, impermanent. So we have to do this, all this, whatever we have to take care, maintaining our life. But same time, no suffering. Without the suffering, you can follow this worldly activity things. Suffering is because due to attachment. And you have a understanding death of impermanent, then we are, free from suffering. So that's we have to know here. Thought, okay, so then attain, so after having generated spirit bodhicitta, take up the practice of the six perfections. Then we take the bodhicitta, follow the six paramitas. Six parameter is generosity. Generosity is very important, like for our first level, especially worldly people, and generosity. So generosity create accumulation, merit, and good conditions, because we all want happiness. In these teachings, another way, only thinking about enlightenment, but that is a goal, but still we attach to in this samsara. We seeking happiness. We have fear for suffering, right? So we have seeking for happiness. We have fear for suffering. Then where is the happiness come from? Happiness come from due to generosity. And that's the reason the Buddha he's on the path, not enlightened, on the path. What he did, the first step, generosity. Without generosity, it's become poverty. So much poverty, they only looking for food and clothes, survive. No opportunity practice Dharma. Do you understand? And the poverty is also the karma, and due to our like stages, and so due to stages, like then take birth and like really poverty, and whole life is try to survive and not thinking about the Dharma. So that's the reason generosity is important. And that's why, Buddha's story, when he arrived his father's home palace, when he enlightened this, he left home 7 years, then he returning back to his home. And front of the palace, he knocked the door, and very poor woman, he asked the food. So she offered one potato. Buddha really needed that potato, you think? Because he can go back to palace. It's like, the couple minutes after where. And he can have like delicious food, like elaborated different kind of food. He can eat that. He don't need that potato. But why he asked her to potato? Because she is poor and she need accumulation merit. And that's why he asked her to bake the food for her. And then his father is extremely shy. He told him, this whole kings belong to you. Why you bake food front of me? And he said he's so shame himself. So you have food in the palace. Your mother created so much food for you. Why you ask him her food? So Buddha told him, my eye, no poor, rich is gone. And mother and create food, she has one potato, is same for him. It's the same, no difference. And I want to help everyone, So that's his answer. I want to help everyone. And that's we also have to think generosity is very important. Generosity is, just depending, much over we can always mind for awareness. And you go to church, temples, everywhere, like just like good heart, put always donations. It's good, create generosity, merit, very important. So then generosity is become hips. One day we are Dharma practitioner. No poverty, no suffering. So no any obstacle for through the poverty suffering to like that's obstacle, free from that. So then we already talked morality. Morality is the second, good conduct. And without good conduct, even you have generosity, take to the lower realms birth. And the lower realm birth is called the Nagas. Nagas has so many precious jewels, but each precious jewels is no benefit for them. And each precious jewels is causes of suffering for them. So that's the example is like someone has good generosity, no morality, take birth to lower realms. And that's why if we don't take birth higher realms, no opportunity practice Dharma. And then third is practice patience. Patience is always important, right? Without patience, we cannot achievement. So no one reach to the goal without patience. So Buddha also mentioned the two things, very hard to follow the path. One is the very hard to accepting first path. So we have a good foundation. We accept it. Dharma is truth. It's follow the path. That is like we free from big obstacle. So many beings no follow the path first, no accepting path. Second is obstacle is is no accomplishment, lose patience. So that's why patience is important. Then patience after joyful effort. So first we have like generosity, morality, patience, then joyful effort is naturally arise. Then meditating, wisdom. So that's called six perfections. To attain perfect awakening by means of immeasurable hardships for three countless eons and so on is an extremely long and difficult path. Hence, Buddhahood can be attained in this life through the Vajra vehicle of sacred mantra. So Buddha, he's sharing is, Jigten Songkul, he's sharing is three different levels. So first, like we say, Hinayana, without that, we don't want to go to right path. And that's why we need to cultivate death and permanent and recognize samsara as a suffering. So that's these two, also the good conduct. That three is Hinayana, means like first step. Then second, Jigten Songkul mentioned about love, compassion, bodhicitta, and practice six parameter. So that's Mahayana. And then third is his sharing is Vajrayana teaching. If without Vajrayana practice, and our this only Mahayana take very long to attain perfect waking by means of immeasurable hardships. It's so long hardship, immeasurable hardships for three countless eons. Three countless eons have to create accumulation, merit, and hardship. And so on is on extremely long, it's very long path. It's a very difficult path, not easy to achieve enlightenment. Okay, so the Buddha Shakyamuni did this, like he created 3 eons accumulation merit, and he went through hardship and countless eons. So then he arrived to reach to enlightenment. So that is, Buddha Shakyamuni, he enlightened. Is no any other has like that. The reason is because he hardship so many eons and create accumulation merit eons. And that's why he, due to his merit, accumulation merit, is the fourth Buddha. And he can benefit so much other beings. And after Buddha Shakyamuni, think about so many followers already enlightened, but they take shortcut, okay? Shortcut enlightenment cannot be same as Buddha Shakyamuni. Do you understand? But we achievement, same goal, realization, and accomplishment, but accumulation merit is still due to on the path accumulation merit benefit is no same. And this shows very clearly, okay? So right now, like some spiritual teacher is very famous, benefit lots others. They're due to the accumulation merit. They did accumulation merit. That's why they have the power. And some realizes no benefit much. They're free from suffering. They has very high realization because they don't create that much accumulation merit, but due to the realization, the achievement, they take shortcut. I can say that, Do you understand? So so that's why, also some teachers very high level realize, but benefiting is less than no realizers. So benefit others is due to accumulation merit. On the path, you do so much practice, the 6 parameter, and then you create the 6 perfections. You can have the resource lots to benefit others. And if someone on the path, they don't create that much, 6 perfection parameters, but only focus on Mahamudra, like meditate, maybe can achievement, like some strong connections can achievement, realize it, but it's the less benefit. And then, of course, I think we need is a shortcut is important, because so samsara is really long and so hardship, difficulty, right? And we try to go eons, samsara to create accumulation merit, we can die. So hard to become achievement. So that's the reason we have to take shortcut and follow this instruction. Okay, Jigten Songong give us very simple instruction, short way. And also if short, the shortcut instruction, still we need cultivate this impermanent, recognize samsara suffering, want to liberate, and good conduct. And then that is the first basic level, preliminary. And then have to follow this, 6 parameter, mind generation is important. And then go to this, the Vajrayana teaching practice. So hence Buddhahood can be attained this life through the Vajra, vehicle of sacred mantra. Enlightenment in the one lifetime is followed by Vajrayana teaching. So this special method, so we see the special method here we're going to share, this was talked by Vajradhara, and this you should follow in how to say, secluded, delightful, abide. Secluded means delightful, abode, recourse, the 4 empowerments.
Protected. El vehículo es el que debe seguir. Solicita los 4 empoderamientos, el precioso camino de la maduración.
Okay, so now so the point is the one lifetime can achieve enlightenment. So this teaching is shared by Buddha Vajradhara. Buddha Vajradhara is actually Buddha Shakyamuni. So Buddha Shakyamuni is Nirmanakaya form. It can be become Sambhonakaya, and Buddha Shakyamuni is become Dharmakaya. So these different levels due to the 3 yanas, due to the realization levels. Our ordinary perception, Buddha is called Buddha Nirmanakaya, Buddha Shakyamuni. And who has realization, love, and compassion is called Buddha, is called Sambhonakaya. And then the Sambhonakaya is very high, Yadam deities. It's their feeling is Buddha as Vajradhara. So means like example, Chenrezig, Manjushri, Vajrapane, their see Buddha Shakyamuni is Buddha Vajradhara. when they receive teaching Buddha Shakyamuni, it's only mind connections. So Buddha, what he has own experience, and then Chinreze, Manjushri, Vajrapane, they realize that, knowing that. So that's why it's Buddha, Vajradhara is actually Shakyamuni Buddha, but not the ordinary being's perception. And Buddha Vajradhara shared teaching means he don't have to talk and conceptually, wordily. So his own experience, and then this Bodhisattva realizes this, they receive. And another teaching, we practice Vajrapane every day, and Vajrapane is a secret lineage holder, Vajrayana teaching. So this Vajrayana teaching is comes from Buddha Vajradhara experience, and then Vajrapane understand, knowing that. Vajrapane knows, and then he shared to Nirmanakaya people, like so we say Nagarjuna or the Pema Sambhava, and they are Nirmanakaya, so they can receive from these teachings from the Vajrapane. So that's why it's like three, this Dharmakaya, Sambhonakaya, Nirmanakaya, is the teaching is come from. First teaching is come from Dharmakaya and go to Sambhonakaya. Then Sambhonakaya come to Nirmanakaya. Nirmanakaya sharing for us. I shared this part many times. Buddha Shakyamuni, when he shared this Mahamudra Vajrayana teaching, he cannot talk like same is like we conceptually. So he must be in the own experience, natural states. And then Vajrapane all receive that. And then Vajrapane have to share to us who realize that, so the Telopa, and he can receive from this teaching directly. And then Telopa then comes to, his disciples to come through us. So that's this teaching comes from. And should follow as a secluded, delightfully about records the four empowerments. So then the Vajrayana teaching followed by empowerment. So then Vajrayana teaching and the Mahayana teaching, what is the difference? The issue is Vajrayana teaching has initiation and introducing this right now, our ordinary body, speech, mind is Buddha. And Mahayana teaching, they didn't have that instruction. So Mahayana is generate love, compassion, bodhicitta. And they don't, Mahayana, they don't talk about this ordinary body, speech, mind is Buddha. So in this instruction, all is journey, our own body, our body is mandala. And first we have to take care of our lower body, lower body means lower chakras. And so that's why this Hinayana teaching is very important to taking care by lower chakra. Second, you going to upper chakra. This Mahayana teaching is very important. Without Mahayana teaching, you cannot go to upper chakras. So that's why love, compassion, bodhicitta. Without that, you no access to upper chakras. And then Vajrayana teaching is directly talking about upper chakra, because upper chakra is Buddha. So, then Buddha is within ourselves. So no somewhere else. So that's the reason Vajrayana teaching need initiation, means have to introducing this our body is Buddha's palace and kind of mandala, and this body is not impure. So sharing directly this body is pure and enlightening form, and enlightening body, enlightening speech. So that's initiation, it's empowerment. Then the precious part of ripening from authentic and Samlam Guru. So then Guru's, like connection, Guru's blessing, and Guru giving the empowerment, instruction, introducing this ordinary person is directly transforming or, introducing enlightening body, speech, mind. So that's why this, the precious part of ripening from the authentic Salam Guru. Having abandoned the faults and the defect of your samaya, sit cross-legged on a comfortable seat in a very remote and secluded place. So now we practice Vajrayana, so receive empowerment instruction, so then we have to practice ourselves. So practice is need a good place, see very remote and secluded place. Remote secluded places, we can find whatever we need, like resource for our practice. And then it's no distractions. So when we practice Vajrayana, important, secret means like practice instruction, what we're receiving and practicing is not showing for publicly. So that's the reason, the Vajrayana, many this secret ritual and object also no allowed to public, because we have to use our own practice. So reason is like many people no idea what is the mean reason, and they can be go confused and can be take wrong directions. And that's why Vajrayana teaching of always require is bodhicitta first. And otherwise the practice yadam deity also can be wrong idea, I want to achievement like this deity have get great power, and I want to show others, I can create this many disciples, and the seeking for the powers. So that's the reason bodhicitta is required, means bodhicitta long as I have not that samsaric intention arise. And then that's why I have to stay remote area, And then in the text that talk about when we practice the yadam deities, followed by 3 important aspects. Practice the yadam deity. So first we need, support object when we practice the yadam deity. Without support, we don't know how to practice, and we cannot visualize. So that's why important we need the tanga, statues, special object. and then use that object, visualize very clearly. And the visualization really helps remove our this mundane precepts. You know, you visualize the Tara, Buddha, Chinreze, Vajrapani, all these different deities form. You no longer stuck with these mundane precepts. Ordinary precept is removed. And then second important is create ourself. It's called self. How to say the self generation. Also, we can say self generation, and also divine pride. So self-generation, divine pride is we really have to know truth. Our mind is Buddha. So Buddha is not somewhere else. We really have to know that. And then you visualize that Buddha and our mind connecting. So visualization deity in our mind, we have to recognize inseparable. And we must have to have that confident, knowing truth. So cannot be like, oh, I am just regular being and ordinary being. Mine is like mundane precepts, and then visualize the data is incorrect. So when you visualize ourselves as Buddha, means then all these mundane thoughts is transformed to Dharmakaya, means empty. Thoughts or is empty. Yes. And then you visualize yourself as Buddha, and no thoughts, as your mind is pure in that nature, and then we just naturally transform to which Buddha deity visualize, that Buddhas become inseparable with us. So that's the second important. Then third important, we have to know this different Yidam deities recollection of purity. So recollection of purity is each deity has different ornaments, symbols, meanings, and we have to know that truth. The why Yidam deity is wrathful. So some people think, oh, Yidam has a anger. That's also incorrect. Some people, usually say, I thought Buddhist is peace, but this deity is wrathful, scared. So that's the misunderstanding right there, And that's why you have to know why it's wrathful. Wrathful means compassion form is rise for the wrathful. Not anger is a rise the wrathful, right? So that's important we have to know. And why is the Yidam deity is neck? Because no thoughts, no emotions. And why is bow ornaments? Because it's free from impure perceptions. So that's all. Each deity has symbolized meanings, recollection of purity. It's each author symbolized meaning, showing true inner, Buddha's quality. And then that theory is important. That's why it also says, we have to practice in the remote area, means like you don't showing for others, because people don't know this theory aspect. Important is knowing you cannot share to them. They having performed all the preliminary branches to meditative concentration. So we have to use all the preliminary branches what so far Jigdi Sunggon share. we have to cultivate that first. And so practice Yidam deity means we are going into deity's mandala, palace. If you have to go to think about like king's palace, you have to go through all the gate, each part. Otherwise, you not get in the naturally up there. So we're going to go all the way up. Upper level practice means we have to go through these first stages. So this one is not graduate. Each practice we have to apply. Each section, every single day we have to go through this again and again. Okay, so if you're walking is in the palace example, you have to go through every single day and the security checks, checkpoint, right? You have to show your ID. Otherwise, you cannot get up there in the king's palace too. They don't let do the job there, So that's why every practice we have to apply these stages. And then when we get in the palace, so we have to become part of the king, right? So we are part of the king because we're walking there. So means like we are part of the king. So when you practice Yidam deity means we are part of the Yidam deity. It's become one family. And so then that's the reason here we have to go through all the branch to meditative concentration. Contemplate impermanence and the samsara's defect, training your mind in love, compassion, and bodhicitta, and then practice creation and the completion stages. So all go through these stages, and then we have to, practice the Yidam deity. Yidam deity practice is called the creation and the completion stages. Creation means like we visualizing, And we have that, but right now we don't know that. That's why we use support. We visualize and meditate and we create. Then go to completion stages. Although the creation and the completion stage with the characteristic are the cause for the two form kayas, they will not bring about automatic dharma kaya. So this creation stage is a deity's practice. Yidam deity practice is dharma kaya, sambhona kaya and the nirmana kaya is form bodies. So, this deity practice, we visualize in Yidam deity, our form, and we visualize all the deity's palace, and they all mundane percepts transformed. So, still is a kaya, they will not bring about automatic dharma kaya, still not achieve the highest level. See, two form kayas. This causes like practice Yidam deity. Vajrayana is causes of nirmana kaya, causes of sambhona kaya, not causes of dharma kaya. So that's the reason we have to practice Mahamudra. Mahamudra is become causes of dharma kaya. When we achieve enlightenment means must be three kayas, not only one kaya. So then second, the goal, result practice is Mahamudra. So now it's going to share Mahamudra. So Mahamudra is tomorrow. We have to prepare today, okay? It's all these stages we have to go through first, then go to Mahamudra. Mahamudra is tomorrow. Okay, do you get in the Zom Sangha? We are very hot here. Everyone in the zone, you are enjoying, you have remote, solitary, And whatever what is here sharing, you know, what kind of place you need. You have that, your own room and space and air condition, enjoying. We are very hot here. But right now you are in the cold place. You don't get this experience. We are in the very hot place. We cannot get experience in the cold place. So we finished teaching that today and going to do the dedication. So please come back tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, Mahamudra, you cannot skip that. It's Marilyn is there. Can you share this dedication screen?
Marilyn had to leave. Kempo, do you want to share? Your co-host.
I try, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, my 1 minute. Open systems. Okay, no, I can share. Yeah,
Okay.
looks like. I try. I see. Okay, no can share. Dorjenchang, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma, Lord Gambopa, Pamotropa, Lord Digompa, please bestow upon us most auspicious bless of all Kaju Lamas. But this virtue may achieve omniscience by defeating all enemies, confusion. May all who travels on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, death, across the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where this unborn may arise, where this born may not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Pray, sorry, where is it goes? I pray the Lama may have good health. I pray the Lama may have a long life. I pray that your Dharma activity separate far and wide. I pray that I may not be separate from you. As Manjushri Devero realized automatic state, and as did Samantha, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the for merit for all sentient beings. By the bless of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the bless of the true of unchanging Dharma as such, by the bless of the individual Sangha order, may the merit I shall bear fruit. By the virtues collected in the three times, by my seven all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the inner rule of virtue, may all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious enlightenment. May the teachings of great Digompa Ranashiri, who is omniscient Lord of Dharma, master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, meditation, enter into the samsara. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om 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 Mani Padme Hum Shi. Thank you, everyone. So thanks, organizers, and thank you, translators.
感恩上师。
Thank you, Kepala.
Thank you, Kempala.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kepala.
Gracias.
Thank you,
Translator.
Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Big master.
Translated organizers.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you, Kempala.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kempala.
Thank you.
Thank you.